Synlight, an array of powerful arc lamps, 149 of them. Together, they can pour out the searing light of 10,000 suns.
Synlight is the largest artificial sun in the world. It's a facility which is able to generate an enormous amount of artificial light for scientific purposes.
Today, the researchers are letting us take over this artificial sun. We want to see if they can barbecue this.
An original German bratwurst, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, then we accept this challenge. This challenge could give us a way to demonstrate the precise control of our facility, even with a small sausage.
Researcher Dmitry Larber prepares the test rig. It will hold some custom-built grilling tech.
It's our scientific barbecue installation.
The rotisserie spit will be turned by an electric drill. Kai Wieghardt is being a good sport about our challenge, but he takes his work very seriously. He used to be the head of research at a big power company that generated electricity by burning coal.
I want to invent technologies which can help to prevent the climate change.
He quit and joined the DLR Solar Research Institute to build this, his dream project.
Solar research is extremely important for the future of our planet. I think we should go to C3.
Kai and Dmitry can inspect the array up close now, but no one can be near it when it's turned on.
It's extremely dangerous, so if we would expose by the light of one lamp, we would get red skin, and the light of all of this would kill us in a few seconds.
Each light module of Synlight has an arc lamp, the same kind that's used in big movie theater projectors.
And it's surrounded by an elliptic reflector, which is high reflecting and can focus the light in a distance of 8 meters from the bulb.
The light modules are mounted on rails. They're pushed and pulled by motors to aim and control the shape of the focal point of the array. Fully lit, Synlight uses a lot of power.
The energy we use in 4 hours is what a normal household would use in a year.
For Kai, that is energy well spent, because Synlight will help researchers create better solar power plants. They can test technology that converts intense reflected sunlight into useful energy. With Synlight, they can precisely control the amount of light in those tests, and that's something that's impossible to do at an actual power plant. But what about that barbecue?
Oh, we're just waiting for the sausages.
So, German bratwurst. The plan is that we use 3 lamps for the beginning. It would be a power of 7.5 kilowatt, which is a lot. We decided not to use the full array. The danger for the sausage is it would immediately explode or would be black.
Dmitry protects the drill with some foil wrap. Then, they make sure no one's in the hall. And to prevent anyone from wandering into a wall of sudden searing heat, they lock all the doors.
Now we come to the experiment with the sausages.
I just start the power supply. Now it's running, and here we go.
Okay, and what we see is a lot of bright light on the sausages.
The sausages heat up. They seem to have a radioactive glow, but that's just the glare of the reflected light. The water inside them starts to boil off.
I'm a vegetarian and won't taste it, but my colleague Dimitri will do it.
Kai has a camera that cuts out glare.
I think one of the lights should be adjusted more to the right.
G10.
Yeah, better now. Some
better.
smoke comes.
The sausages are getting roasted by about the same amount of heat produced by a large household furnace.
Maybe it's a bit too much.
Dmitry turns off the lights.
Let's look how the sausages look like.
The sausages have been broiling for 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Want to stop it?
I think we need a bit more. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to continue, I guess. The power was right, but we need a bit
more time.
So let's get another 2 minutes.
No problem. Anything to advance the science of barbecuing.
So let's start again. So we have full light on the sausages. You see them smoking at the moment.
With less water to boil off, the sausages start to really cook. The darker they get, the faster they absorb heat.
Ooh, they are highly smoking. I think that we should stop the experiment now. So maybe our facility is not best for making sausages.
The sausages were cooked for only a minute more. Right away, you can smell the tang of burned meat.
Yeah, a touch too much.
Tasty.
It was a bit too long.
I think it's okay if I don't taste it.
It's maybe not the right tool to make sausages, but we have a lot of other useful applications.
Like testing technology for an emission-free future.
Bullshit. See what else we find in this.
On social media platforms with the claim that it shows China's launch of an artificial sun into the sky. According to news reports, recent experiments revealed that the experimental advanced superconducting tokamak or EAST nuclear fusion reactor, also known as artificial sun, delivered a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit or 70 million degrees Celsius for 1056 seconds, approximately 18 minutes. This is higher than the temperature normally provided by the sun. A researcher at the Institute of Plasma Physics of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, who is in charge of the experiment, said, "The ultimate goal of EAST is to create nuclear fusion like the sun, using deuterium abound in the sea to provide a steady stream of clean energy." However, this was conducted in a controlled environment and China did not launch the artificial sun or the reactor into orbit. This news of nuclear reactor attaining high temperature has been misconstrued as China launching an artificial sun. As for the video in the post, an internet search with the relevant keywords revealed that China recently launched the Long March 7A rocket that carried 2 satellites into orbit from the Wenchang Rocket Laboratory. Visuals of the launch are available online. In this video, we can observe the outline of the exhaust gases released in the form of a huge white cloud as the rocket ascends, resembling the visuals in the viral video. An internet search yielded a few news articles that published images of a beach close to the rocket launch station from which the launch could be viewed. The location in these photos resembles the location in the viral video. Although we could not independently verify that the viral video shows the recent March 7A rocket launch in China, we have enough evidence to conclude that the viral video does not show China's launch of the artificial sun, making this post fake.
When you come across a piece of news that seems too ridiculous to be true, don't leave things to doubt. Run searches on Google and Yandex and weigh out the true and false of the situation for yourself by looking at the facts. But first of all, before you hit that forward button, pause.
I'm looking, there's not much, let's see. this one. Nope. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I don't even see any conspiracy channels even on here that are showing the solar sun simulator. So you probably have to already know those channels. I'd have to go in on your channels and look around and see who it is that you're getting the information from. Because I'm already on like the 4th or 5th page. I'm not finding nothing. I should just find. Let's see what's this. New solar simulator.
Manufacturer, which provides added capabilities to the one currently running in Ethernet for the characterization and measurements of photovoltaic modules, but with new features required by the latest generation technologies. The main specification of this new equipment are highest ratings, class A+, for all the characteristic parameters of sun simulators, spatial uniformity, temporal stability, and spectral distribution, which allows obtaining more precise measurements. The spectral distribution coverage greater than 98% with respect to the reference established in the standard for measuring the maximum power of photovoltaic devices. Capacity to measure new module sizes. Active illumination area up to 2.4 by 1.2 meters. 200 millisecond light pulse, which avoids the influence of capacitive effects and allows the measurement of latest generation modules in a single flash. LED technology designed to program different spectral distribution and therefore be able to study the spectral responses of the most modern PV cell technologies at module scale. Built-in thermal chamber to measure the temperature coefficients of the PV modules automatically and in a very short period of time. In short, this new sun simulator is at the service of any agent in the PV solar energy value chain, offering the possibility of measuring and characterizing the most modern technologies in a very precise and efficient way.
Oops. look and see what Richard's up to today. And some apologies, no thank you. Nothing there either, okay. We're going to go around that same female image in the opposite direction. Totally different female, but very awesome to be able to see how it's be able to crop for you with the lights now and everything. I'm looking for my pointer. So along with finding the timelines and figuring those out, this image here, I found all the angles for her in several different directions. She does turn male to female in some angles and all that, but at the angle that's coming in right here, you might catch her. Her face is right here. Her hair goes around like this, blowing in the wind. Her arm is coming up this way. She's wearing apparel. She has one hand on this side holding her wearing apparel up over on her breast with that hand there. And this arm's coming up this way to go and be holding this canine right here. The canine's face is here and his bottom is here. That's one direction and one angle that you'll end up seeing her. So her arm will come around, grab the dog, and holding him like that. Now, she does have a bottom half, several different bottom halves. So one is these stubby little legs that stop right down here, and she's got a baby face coming out between her legs, and she got these stubby legs. I'm doing a lot of this because my camera buttons are in my way, but I know where it all is now. And I'm sure there's more I'm going to find, but I've now confirmed it in all other moon photographs is what I've been doing as I'm running these around. I'm confirming that what I was seeing in here was not just human influence, and it does not appear to be. It appears that these shadows and lights and colors that were added to this moon photograph, and they did this with some kind of etching process. Heavy metal etching. And I've got several other moon photographs from this same time frame that this guy did this one. I have other ones, and I always refrain from looking into them because I felt they had human influence in them. I could just see things too easily. It was too easy to see all the imagery, and I was suspicious of that, so I didn't believe that. They gave these photos copyrights over to NASA, just to let you know. Some of these other photos that are in here are also copyrights of NASA. I'll probably get busted down on the copyright strikes on using them. But what I'm doing is I'm comparing them all to each other to show you. Some are standard telescope, some are reverse telescope, as I put them up on my board, and I'm just turning them around so I don't have to stand here and do all this. I do have a table set up so that I can bring all this to you, but I want to look at it myself first as I go along, and I'll have more and more to show you if I do that. So anyways, with her, pretty amazing. And then she's got several other angles where other things are happening. Legs are coming out in other directions, all this kind of shit. She's got a long set of legs that come all the way down as well. I'll bring you in on those. When I get over to the glass table, I'll bring you in. But I've also found, I don't know, 10 or 15 other additions to images that are already there. They're just going to be at a different angle of perspective that I was not looking at, like the bird. The bird is unbelievable. I've been so afraid to go at this bird that is in the moon. I'm watching myself, I'm paying attention to myself, because there's no other reason other than fear that I have not confronted it as much as I could be. But I'm going to do it as soon as I get down at the table with these moons and get them on the glass table, these moon photographs. Then I will start doing that. I'll start showing you, and I'll see it at the same time that you're all going to see it, is kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'll find it all. I'll find the body layouts and the wingspans and all that, because I've already been spotting different parts of the body. I just haven't put it all together yet. And then coming across all these other things, and then tracking timelines down, and then realizing that the timelines are the same timelines that I'm seeing at the cloud level, the ground level, everywhere else. The timelines are all through the system. The false creator's clock, in other words, the moon, the false creator's energy translator, I guess is another way to put it, a way of putting the energies into the bio realm. Yeah, that's the way I guess I'll explain it. So all the evidence for it is all right here. We're seeing it right now. Anybody coming to my videos, you're seeing it. The Miguel Everyone channel, I'm shut down on there again. No surprise there. I was expecting that. And so here she comes. You're starting to see her a little bit better in here now, with the dog here and all that. And you're seeing her stubby legs are right here. Her stubby legs stop right here. This is her foot to the stubby legs. And you can see the baby face coming out through the legs. Here's her other stubby leg. But then there's another angle, a much better angle for her. Actually, she actually becomes a little more attractive than the weird big ears and all that. She looks a little dark, is the way I'll put it. I'll get to her other legs, like I said, and everything else. But there's a lot of new images that are not new. They're just, how do we know they're not new? Because we got many years of people who took photographs of the moon that we can use to look back and see, are they all the same? Are there any changes in the imagery anywhere? No, only angles and distances of perspective are the only thing that change the images. So there's not really any changes happening other than our angles and our distances from each image in the system. So at this point, I want to see a couple other points meet up. So I'm going to bring her back up to here, and then I'm going to bring this one over to about here, and do that because I'm already at, holy shit, I'm already at 35 minutes. So yeah, actually I want to bring this one to about here then. I'm not going to make it. By the time it gets around, I'm not going to get back to what I want. So, fuck it. Might have to just run two of these too.
Thank you.